Hello everybody, it's Lunera here and welcome to another episode of Otterly DIY. This is the fifth and final video of the Otterly Christmassy series. Today we're going to be making Chocobo gift wrap and gold feathers to go with it. Now to start we're going to make a stencil of the character that we want to create. I'm doing a Chocobo chick from Final Fantasy XIV. I'm just using a piece of cardboard and drawing the character onto it, and then we're going to cut it out to make a stencil. Of course, you don't have to use cardboard for this, you can use any generic sort of stencils. Now placing it onto a piece of brown paper or whatever kind of wrapping paper you like, I'm just painting the top part yellow and the bottom part white. This represents the yellow of the Chocobo chick and the white of the eggshell. Once one is done, I just continue going along in a pattern. After I had the amount that I wanted, I just went back over some of the smaller details just to make sure everything was nice and filled in. Now we're moving on to the gold feathers, which I used to put alongside a gift tag. So choosing a gift tag which I wanted to use for the wrapping paper, I have just drawn a line either side of the tag just so I can see roughly how long I want the feather to be. Now you don't need to worry about the lines staying on the paper because these will be fully covered later on. Using those lines as guidelines, I just draw the bottom of the feather, which I'm going to leave white and is going to be stuck onto the packaging itself, and then just drawn the feather, again using the lines as a guideline to how big I want the feather to be. Then the easiest thing I found to do was to just cut down it diagonally. And in doing that, you do get a bit of a feather effect. I found if you just cut straight across it, it doesn't give the same desired effect. However, doing it this way is definitely helpful. Make sure to fold it in half at first, just so you can make sure you get symmetrical lines. Moving on, I used some glitter glue to use as a base. So this has a bit of a glittery background. It also has a similar colour to what I would want the feather to actually be. Of course, it doesn't stand out that much. And there we go, this is done once they're dried. So we're going to be adding a very generous amount of PVA glue onto this because there's going to be a lot of glitter going onto it. I'd say it's definitely the best idea to brush with upward strokes for this part, just so the paper isn't ruffled too much. You can see that it does get ruffled just a little bit, but we don't want that to properly happen until later on. Do note that the more of the PVA glue that you use, the more likely it is to take a lot longer to dry. So if you're in a bit of a rush, I'd say use less. However, in using more, the glitter is much better to stick. Now, using whichever colour glitter that you like, as I said, we're doing gold Chocobo feathers here, so I'm using a very nice gold glitter. I'm just going to put it over the feather and then start to pat it down and spread it out so that we're not overusing too much glitter and thus wasting it. Now you're going to do this for both of the feathers, and then once you are done with that, you're just going to leave them out to dry. Once dried and the excess glitter removed, they should look like this. Now I've not done the back, but you can do the back as well if you want to. Bear in mind, glitter will get absolutely everywhere, even when you have got them on the parcel as well. So just running my fingers up the edges, just up and down, you can see that the paper starts to ruffle a bit. You can also see why we wanted this to happen after, rather than during the glitter process. And there we have it. So now you can just take the Chocobo paper and you can design it however you want. So for birthday, for the starlight season, aka Christmas, I've just added little Christmas hats and scarves onto different Chocobos, as well as writing Happy Starlight. After wrapping the present, I wanted to do something a little bit extra with it in adding some gold ribbon to it as well, just to keep with the gold theme that we're going for with the Chocobo feather as well. I didn't do the best at doing this. You guys could probably do a lot better than I did, but I'm happy with how it turned out regardless. So I'm just turning the present upside down, wrapping a bit of ribbon from underneath, crossing it, putting it under, and then turning it back over and doing the same again before tying in a tight knot, and then tying once more. After you're happy with how you've wrapped your gift and you've applied the gift tag, what I've done here is just ran the edge of the scissors along the metallic string, and there we go, it just makes it nice and curly. You can customize the gift tag for this in any way that you want. I wanted to do this for a very good friend of mine, Varrett from Final Fantasy XIV, and yeah, so I just did something nice and simple. On another tag I did a Chocobo chick and then just wrote Happy Starlight. You can glue the gold feather wherever you want as well. As you can see here, I've just done it underneath where the gift tag was going to go. And here's the other present I did with the other gold feather. Like I said, just a small Chocobo chick on there, something nice and simple. And there we have it. I was so happy with this product. It was really, really cute and so much fun to make, especially the gold feather, despite the fact that glitter got everywhere for the week. So this is totally customizable. You can do this with Moogles, Cactuars, Tonberries, whatever you like. You can also do this for birthdays and any occasion really. I decided just to do it for Starlight because I thought it'd be a lot of fun. Thank you so much for joining me in the 5 videos of Otterly Christmassy playlist. I apologize, some of them were quite belated, but as said, these were supposed to be all one long video, but it would have been far too long. I'm really looking forward to joining you guys in 2019 with more crafts. If you have any comments to put in about suggestions, certain games, books, films, anything, then I would so love to hear them. So I will see you guys in 2019. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!